Hello everyone, I'm back. We'll start building hairs today. Uh, and I'll be using an add-on called Hair Tools. I have already installed it, but the process to installing an add-on is very simple. You need to go to add-ons, click on this button. First of all, go to download. Let me show you which add-on this is. Uh, so it's available on Gumroad. This is the add-on. I have seriously no idea how to pronounce this, but yeah, this is the guy. I have even garment tool add-on as well from this guy. You can download other add-ons as well. He's like both the add-ons are pretty good to use. A bit tricky, but definitely good to use, no doubt about it. You can simply get a standard license, as I am an individual developer, individual artist, so I don't need a studio license. A single license is good enough. In my country, like, it's available for $28.60, but I remember that I bought this add-on for $52 like back then, for sure about it, because actually I paid about $40+ that time because there was a discount going on then, and then I bought the add-on. Anyway, let's start. You need to just download the file and simply click on install from disk. Go to where the add-ons are and click on, like, this is the hair tool add-on, and like you need to click on it and it will get installed. I'm using the latest version. I'm not using the same version just I showed you there. But anyway, some things are pretty easy to use, but some things are bit like on the tougher end, I guess that would be the right thing to say. Actually, a bit tricky as well to use, not that easy at all. You need to learn how to use the add-on. Even I'm not very good at it, but I'm kind of decent enough. I have understood most of the basics about the add-on. I'm just adding with a draw sharp, I'm adding some depth over here, and I'll go to like third view as well. I'll add some draw sharp depth over here as well. I'll go grab tool, increase the brush size, adding a little bit of details, not that very sharp details, but yeah, a bit of details are still required. I'll be like working here and there on the mesh as much as possible till it's like final. Obviously, there's always scope to work, I guess, till you start animating with the character. Okay, so let's go to edit mode. First of all, I want to correct one thing, that this seam over here is not correct. So I'll be correcting the seam first. I noticed this like while I was working last night. I'll go to edge select mode and I'll select this edge and like remove the crease or seam, clear seam, and I'll select this one. This is the correct one. Right click, mark seam. This is the center one, because like if I'll come to center, you can see now it's centered. Earlier it was like this seam was selected, so I wanted like to be correct, right? In the sense, when I'll be like when I've created this character, everything should be perfect according to me, at least, if not for someone else. So now what we can do is we can come to edit mode and select these seam, these many edges at start, or it would be better if, okay, no issues, we'll work around it. Just planning a little bit, that's all, nothing much. I'll come to front view. Okay, so I have to, so let me show you what I'm thinking right now. So okay, in edit mode, control Z don't work on brush tool, sorry, pen tool, I guess. So let me just quickly use my graphic tablet. I'll be adding bangs somewhat like this, or maybe a little wider. Okay, and then some hairs over here, and then a main layer at the back, and then a back layer, which, so these two layers that I have shown you would get duplicated or mirrored on the other side, but on the back I'll have something larger over here, to like, one second. Okay, to somewhat like this, connecting it over here. Okay, so this is what I'm planning. I hope you have got the point what I'm like on to. Let's erase all this. I don't know if there is a command to, remove all these pen tool lines with a single command. I might have to search, I have no clue about it. So let's duplicate this edge loop and P selection. Okay, let's go back to object mode and select this edge loop. I'll go to, click on like one and go to vertex. Okay, so my screencast keys are not working somehow. I'll turn on those. So I just went to like vertex select mode, vert select mode basically, and I'll select all of them. I'll go to this select button and do a checker deselect and press X and dissolve vertices, so there are less of geometry to like work with, which would be better, I guess. To start, I'll move this. Okay, there is some issue. Oh, I'll go to modifier panel maybe. Okay, no. Okay, merge is on, maybe that's why. Oh, there's something else. I'll delete this edge. Okay, now it works. I'll select A by pressing A and just having a look at like in the things in the transparent view, that's all. Okay, cool. I'll do a SZ0 over here so that things are a bit flatter, and SZ, okay, SZ, I'll curve them down, curve them in like a different direction by pressing SZ. Come to the side view, rotate it a little bit. I'll extrude it again. I'll extrude it again one last time. Rotate it on Z maybe a little. I'll select this edge loop and rotate this one as well. So the direction is somewhat like that basically. I'll do the same for this one. I'll go to edit mode, press Shift N to invert the like face orientation. I'll turn off face orientation now. I'll go to face select mode now and select these faces and even these three and duplicate P selection. I'll select this one and I'll go to sculpt mode maybe, and then I'll manipulate these to my likings basically, like how I am planning things to work. I'll use smooth tool by pressing shift along with my left mouse button to smooth things out, and I can even like bring these a little on the like forward side maybe from that mesh. Should I turn off the symmetry? Yes, now it works. Maybe symmetry was on, that's why it was not allowing me to like move that edge, the last edge. But I'll turn it on back for like bringing it, keeping it straight for now. Let me just hide that. Okay, let me just put them into a new collection. And so is there a collection that I have created before? No. I'll press on new collection and call it scalp, not scalp basically, hair. I'll put it into hairs first. That would be easy, I guess, to start with. I'll turn off one and just like this is off. This has gone up somehow because like we moved it from hair to hair, so uh, I might have to correct this a little. I'll go to edit mode, select this edge, move it down to somewhat like this, and move this edge vert down as well a little bit, and even this one. I'll move this up, and I'll move both of them by pressing double G to somewhere here. Okay, so there is one issue. I'll select all, right click and clear seam by going to first going to like edge select mode, and then right click clear seam. I don't know how, but I feel there are way too many subdivisions already that I didn't even do, I guess. I don't know how, like maybe I press something like to subdivide it, maybe. I'll go to edge select mode again, press A to select all, right click clear seam. This is, I am telling you, because like there are very less faces over here, and all of a sudden when I go here there are more edges horizontally. Maybe I pressed subdivide mesh by mistake. No issues, we'll be like correcting it later on, or maybe we don't even want like have to correct it. I'll just maybe not push this out. I'll be using some other tools in here tool add-on to do that. Just making the base shape correct is what we have to do first. Kind of okay, but I can still push it in. And I'll push this one a little more closer to the face. I'll smooth that one out too. I'll go to like this panel over here which like gives shading properties to the. Okay, so why is it in blue color? I have no clue again. Maybe face orientation is on. No, I have like sometime like if I click on this, it's like a simple shaded solid view, but when I okay, now it's working correctly. I have seriously no clue what happens to like Blender at times. It was showing blue color like a few seconds ago. I didn't do anything that I know of that it turned. Okay, now it does the same. Okay. Okay, the selected mesh would be in blue color, which is something new to see. I don't know why it's doing that. Is it doing to this? No. Quite like mind boggling. Like the new version is like not. Uh, I'm not understanding few things about color shading and differences in different viewports at all at the moment. because like face orientation is also off. Then why is it like giving me a color instead of a normal matte cap? Eh, Seriously, no idea. Let it be, I guess. Let us complete what we have started. That's what I should be focusing at right now, maybe. This looks like fine to me at the moment, but we can change these things later on as well. So let's move forward. Let's add that bang maybe, like in the bangs in the front. I'll go to main retopology of the character file into edit mode now, and I'll be selecting few edges from here to like maybe here. Let us see if I have selected equal edges on both the side. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 3 4 5 6 7. Yes, that's correct. I'll duplicate it, P selection, come out of edit mode, go back into edit mode. I'll come to side view first, extrude it, come to front view, scale it, move it down, okay, not too much, and then extrude it again, and come to side view, move it on Y axis, scale it a little more to something like that. We might have to either add some edges to cover this distance maybe, or add another bang which goes like from here to like here. One second, let me just show you, like somewhat like this. I'll select this edge one time once again and like add one more, extrude it one more time, and move this one a little backward by pressing double G along the edges. I hope I can like make it smoother basically. So these three are done. I'll come to this and push it down. I'll duplicate this one by pressing Shift D. Go to edit mode, A, R, Z, or maybe like in Shift S cursor to origin. Okay, so the origin is at center only. So maybe if I rotate it on Z, okay, no. I'll go to edit mode. I'll select this last edge over here and press Shift S cursor to select it and come over here back to this option, transform pivot point, and I'll click on 3D cursor so that when I remove all of it, it rotates around that cursor. Now we'll be like going to sculpt mode again. I'll increase the brush size, move this one back, this is just like a cover up, you can say. I guess this will do the job. I'll scale it down and move this back a little, and from here I'll push it out a little. This feels okay to me. Let's just add the back hair base basically. This is just the base geometry for the hairs. Okay, so I'll deselect that one. Then it will be like both the sides have same edges selected. I'll duplicate it, P selection, and come out of edit mode, select this one, go to edit mode and press 1. Okay, I'm not in edit mode. Press 1 and I'll go to select, checker, deselect, and X, dissolve vertices, press A. I can do that one more time maybe. Checker, deselect, X, dissolve vertices, A to select all. Come to side view, go to transparent view. I'll start extruding things. I'll go to back view now. Turn off the transparent view. I'll like first, okay, so I'll change the 3D cursor pivot point setting to median point and turn it, make it SA0 maybe, and scale it. Or wait, let me just do it manually and scale this one, and even this one I'll scale a little. I'll move it back, and this edge loop also I'll move it back a bit, so it's fine from like the center point but not on the corner. So I can either do it in by pressing O proportional editing on and increasing the radius of influence on the geometry and moving it on X or Y. Whichever gives the better result, we'll use that. Or like go to sculpt mode only, and like that would be a better choice, I guess. I'll scale down the brush. So this is like the most difficult part, Actually, even more difficult part would be to set up the haze, but like if the base is kind of correct, you get better results, I guess. You don't have to like come back to these settings later on, at least. So give your time on this part, basically what I mean to say. Much better. Go to edit mode, select these, come to side view, extrude it again. Okay, turn off proportional editing, scale it, move it back on y axis, SY it maybe, scale it on y axis as well. That's just too much. Scale it on x axis. Go to, so somehow I feel the left and right are not similar at the moment, which is not correct somehow, and I don't know why it's not like similar, even though we were manipulating things with symmetry on even in like edit mode and even in the sculpt mode. Origin is at the center only. So I can simply press Alt X and like symmetrize it first before moving forward. You need to have box cutter add-on for this to work. You'll not get these options. You might have to go to modifier panel, add modifier, in under generate, go to mirror, and you might have to use bisect instead of uh, like normal symmetry and normal mirror basically. And you might have to even apply that mirror so that you see the difference, or you can do that part at the end basically so that you don't have to add more mirror modifiers again and again. Come to the side view, GY, and one more time I'll extrude it to somewhere here. Scale this as well, and I'll press SZ0 this time. Even for this SZ0, I'll move this up a bit, move it back, to somewhere like this. Quite cool, I guess. Oh, so half an hour is up setting up the main hair base mesh basically. I can still work on it a little bit here and there, you know. This looks fine to me right now, and again, this is all procedural thing so you can come back and forth to correct things, no issues about it. What I am going to do with this one is like I'll move this starting like a little closer, maybe. Yes, this will do. Okay, so now we have to mark sharp some edge loops, like from where the hairs will start. So the hairs will start from here and build up to this point. So we'll select the starting edge loop and press right click and mark sharp it, and then this find edge loop on this mesh, mark sharp it, and on this one as well, and on this one as well, and the last one is at the back. So mark sharp these, and let's start building from things from like this mesh. Okay, so I'll move these two into our hair collection. Okay, done, so that we can hide things quickly if we want to. And somehow I don't like this edge, that's like need to scale it down a bit, maybe move it on Y a little. Okay, so the problem is like there is some sort of gap over here. I can do one thing, I can just go to sculpt mode over here and select this mesh and move it outwards so that it hides our head. Basically we'll do something for like main scalp as well, but I'll do that at the end, because like I certainly don't, I'm working in like cycles, basically cycle rendering engine, as my project is totally like I'm doing cycles render only, not EV, and my entire project is on cycles. So that's why I have to check everything is working correctly in cycles, and there is some weird issue that I don't like uh, while putting some textures, so I'll do that at the end. I'll show you. But the problem is the materials don't get like what you call refreshed, or yeah, refresh is the right term. Basically the materials don't get refreshed live. You might have to like mute stuff and unmute it to see what's happening, and that's like a bit of heckle. I don't understand why. So I'll press once you have installed the hair tool add-on, I'll make it a bit shorter. You can just press Ctrl Shift H, and you can go to toggle drop grid, and it will appear something like this. And I'll do this for like all of them. Ctrl Shift H, because later on I have to do it, so why not do it at the start only. Done. I'll select this one now, and again press Ctrl Shift H, and strands, I'll click on strands from grid surface, and it will appear something like this. Let's go to render view and check. So we are getting hairs somewhat like this. And I'll close this draw hair tool for now, and even close hair texture baking. We'll keep these on. This is the main setting area. By width we can basically, I guess, make the hairs thinner, and mesh profile UV, flat profile UV curves also have some sort of bending. If you see, they are not exactly flat. If we come to like edit mode, you can see they are kind of like in the half semicircle kind of way. So I might have to find the setting to change that, but before that I'll just increase the strand count to like 35 maybe, or 30 would do, I guess. Let's go to render view and check. Or what we can do is like simply make, okay, so not do this, maybe change this, okay, 3D viewport. I'll press 0, and that will not work. I want to see it from this angle basically. I'll switch it to render view and keep this one. I guess I can close all the settings by pressing overlay panel so that all these things don't appear. I can turn off the gizmo maybe. Can we turn these off as well? I have no clue. Okay, so we can show gizmo. So I want it to be like only the mesh that I want to see, that's all. And now we'll jump into like our deformers. This is one of the main panel, and even this one we can duplicate the same strands and like work on them if we want to. We can do lots of changes and stuff. So I'll do work I'll start with deformers first, and then we'll maybe move back up here. So placement mask, density mask, space, okay, no, align tilt. So I'll be doing some hidden trials also, so be patient. Nothing is like, okay, so here is the roundness. We can decrease the roundness from here. So roundness brings like a bit of better look, so I'll not completely remove it, but like set it to 0.7 maybe instead of complete 1. And Then in under like strands from grid area, I'll just increase the subdivisions to like 7 now, and that would do, because like I'll be adding few modifiers or deformers which will affect the hair strands. So let's go to like our UV region distribute. uh, I guess, okay, seed we can change over here. Let me show you. In UV editor, we can turn on hair UV. This will only appear if you have installed the add-on. So one is the seed over here. If we shift it, we'll get different, like third one is this one. So this one is working at the moment. Am I right? Like, I hope so I am correct about it. Or are there any even changes? Let me just go closer to the shader and check. 6 one is like more hairs, so more hairs have been added. So okay, sorry, not mask. Move it back one. We can turn it to 0 as well. 0 will, okay, so 0 is basically 1 over here, I guess. And then 1 is this one. Sorry, 2 is this one, 3 is this one. Even though numbers are not aligned, I guess, I hope so I am thinking correct, because like either I have to go back to like the documentation and check all these things, but I hope so I am correct, and I'll consider this to be 1 over here in the seed panel. Then I'll be adding like uh, curls modifier. Okay, these are too much of curls. Quite weird and funny. We'll turn down the global scale to 0.1, which gives us a way better look. Pretty interesting, but still some parts are like way too jagged, so we'll change the amplitude as well to like 0.1 maybe. Yes, it gives much better result, but okay, so I'll take it to 0.1 first, and we can add some masks over here, but I'm not doing that right now. I can decrease the frequency as well. Let's check. Okay, this gives way better result. It looks like her hair are curly. What about I decrease amplitude also? Yes, much better. I'll add another deformer called push out, basically. Move in and out, yes, push out, so that it pushes the mesh outwards a little. And let's check what we are getting right now. I'll come to front view. So I might have to reduce the push out to like 0.1 only. That would be better instead of pushing it too much out. Let's just check what's the difference. Yes, there is some 0.2 maybe. Yes. Uh, can we just add a mask over here? Randomize curve, edge mask, border edge distance, influence range, root to tip, or okay. One second, let me check. Okay, you can see only roots are moving now instead of the tips. When we were pushing things out, uh, everything was getting pushed out. Now the things are different, and like I would prefer something like this instead. But I want like now geometry to go even closer to the face, because like hairs are way too out from the head, which I certainly don't want. So maybe I'll reduce it a little back to like 0.5 maybe. At least they are straight now. And I hope when we add like hair to these two, it will create a bit better result. So let's have our fingers crossed maybe for that. And we can add a noise deform maybe. Now let's add and check. Okay, that's too much of noise. Reduce it to like 0.1 for the start. Yes. And uniform, I'll change this to even 0.1. Little bit would do, not too much. So yes, it gives like a bit more realistic result, I guess. And even frequency, I'll do it to 0.25 instead of a complete one. Uniform frequency. Let's see what this will do. 0.5 was fine. Let's save it, because like we haven't saved the file and it will be like painful if we lose any of our edits. So pretty nice results for the start. No issues with this, even though the mesh is going to be very like okay, let's just go back to our strands from grid surface and reduce the subdivision, because uh, and check what are we getting. Okay, so huge difference from 7 to 3, maybe 5. Yes, 5 gives much better wavy feel rather than having too many curls, because like 7 was too much, and it will also be like very heavy for the computer to compute. You need a good PC again for all these settings. Oh shit, my face might be like interrupting all the settings. Let me just move my face to this side maybe, or like I'll keep it down over here, or maybe I move it on this side instead so that it doesn't disturb you from checking out things that I am doing. I'll just simply join to left so that you have all that you need to see. I'll increase the space over here. I can add one more thing, that's like set radius. See, there are too many things to use, and so major difference you can see right now is when we set the radius, it works something like that, and this is the result we get out of that. I find it like this is just too thin at the bottom, which I personally don't like. So maybe if I decrease the influence range, it gives much better result. Even mask. Okay, so I'll set influence range to 0.25 and mask to maybe like 0.5. This is better. I'll save the file again. Saving at every point is very important at the moment, because if we lose what we have done, might take another 30-40 minutes of extra time to work on this. So let's not be idiots, let's be smart to save the file as we move forward. So now I'll select this one and add, press Ctrl Shift H, strands from grid. So we have something like this. I guess 12 strands are enough for this one, because this is a pretty thin one. I can reduce it as well. I'll maybe 8 are enough. And okay, so width is already set to 0.4 as before. I'll start adding some stuff like curls again first. Okay, so in stand from grid, I might have to increase the subdivision to like 5 so that curls actually curls are visible. Still too much of curls. Maybe we can reduce the frequency to 1. Yes, way better. We don't need to push this one out as it's kind of correct. We can push it in if it's possible. Let's check. Move in and out, push out along normals, move to the border, attach to surface. Okay, let's check push out. But can we go to like minus? No, we can't do that. Invert. Nothing is happening, I guess. Okay, so we need an object to do that. Let me just find out the object first. Okay, this one. And no, nothing is happening, so let's go to 0 and we'll turn off that. And influence range root to tip, okay, no, we don't want that. So I might check this too, like there should be something to push things in a little, but I have no clue how to do that. Definitely might have to go through some stuff as it's written. Snap, push out long normals, embedded roots, move to border. Okay, let me just add this one and turn off this. Just so move to border is not doing anything right now. So it uses attributes maybe. So that's the thing. No. I don't want that. I want it to like move more in. What I can do now is like go to my mesh maybe. Select the mesh. Go to sculpt and like increase the brush size. Move it back. To something like this. Yes. Better. I can do that from this area as well, a little bit over here, so that things are a bit closer. Move that one back a little. So manipulating our base mesh basically. I'll be adding like a little bit of noise, again 0.1, too much I guess, still too much. I need a push out now because it's going like too much in, or maybe like I need more strands to fill that area. So I'll be reducing the frequency as well to 0.2 maybe. That solves some bit of it. And uniform amplitude to 0.25. Okay. And I'll go to push out. Click on like 0.1 might do. I'll go back to strands. I increase like 2 strands at least and save the file. Before going forward, I'll add a set radius and influence range. Okay, this is fine. Mask is what I'll change a little bit to something like that. This is cool. And let's go to the third one. and I think I might have to move it way closer to the face now. And I'll do first, let's go and change this and move this out a bit to something like that. This looks nice. And let's start building hairs again, almost similar settings and stuff. So I might be repeating some stuff again and again. I know it's quite boring, but actually I might have to find out how to transfer the same hair data to the other generated grid. That I have no clue about, because like the add-on is a bit on a bigger side to understand and like uh, work upon. It's not that kind of a very quick to learn kind of thing. It's a bit tricky and quite a lot to like understand and stuff. Checking some messages, as we will be working for like another 2-3 hours, so you might have to tolerate me for being a bit slow, because like I woke up 1.5 hour back around 12 o'clock. I woke up at night here in India, and it's 1:55, and 1 hour 10 for last 1 hour 10 minutes or maybe 20 minutes I'm sitting on my PC. I haven't had anything like after I woke up. I slept around 4:30 in the evening. Maybe I was working all day. Actually, not working yesterday. I was watching Stranger Things. So quite an amazing show, I guess. Very interesting. Waiting for like the second volume now. I don't have my water bottle over here. Let me get my water bottle first. I'll go to sculpt mode again and push this one like way in, closer to the mesh, oh sorry, face, to something like that. Let's change this to like outliner for now. And what if I hide few? of them. Yes, so that I can work easily. Okay, I can turn all those files again back to check. Yes, way better. Save it. Let's come to like increase the subdivision to like 5 again for better curls and stuff. Still, it's like there is quite a huge gap which I don't want. Okay, so I'll use mode again, pushing things closer and closer to the face. I'll come to side view. I'll move them back also to something like that. Way better, I guess. I'll move the mesh in over here as well. On the top, closer to the face. Yes, I can do that for this mesh as well so that I get a bit better results. Yes, way better. For the shorter hair girl, I don't want to keep things long because it will take huge efforts to while animating stuff. So I'm trying my best. Like as I'm working on an individual project, I don't think keeping long hairs would be a very good idea because I would have to manage a huge amount of stuff later on and it will create issues for me. So it's like some sort of uh, degradation plus like you can say smart way of working as an individual artist to make things that you can and not like you wish and dream, because like if you dream too much it will get more and more hectic and difficult and you might not be able to get the results what you want. I see that's like kind of my opinion. You can either like it or like whatever you think, but I think that it's better to do less but do like clean stuff or like whatever you want to call it. Let me just message a friend back. Okay, 1 second. Let's okay, so we can reduce the curls. Okay, but here it looks kind of fine to me. Like we have changed the influence range from like tip to the root, so we can do that for this one as well. Like mask, we did it on mask or what? We did it on noise curls. Why is that so? Curls, I reduced amplitude, okay. Influence range. So I can reduce the mask to 0.5. Frequency is okay. Influence range. Let's go back to this one now and add very minute curls first of all, like not too much. Maybe 0.05 or 0.1, so that there is something. We'll not add noise to this one. We'll just set radius now. Set radius. We'll keep it on 0.7. Yes, much better. At end, I'll just add a mirror modifier which will add things back. Add things on the left side as well, and I'll do same for like all of them. Mirror, and the third one add. Okay, let's go to the last selected one and mirror. So now we see what we are doing, and oh, wait, is there some issue? I see one extra mesh for no reason at all. Oh no, no, it's fine. It's just earlier when we were seeing it from one side, it was looking good, but maybe we need to like do some changes. No, I want things to like, I'll save it first before like manipulating things too much. I can also reduce the push out, but I don't think that would work better. I'll go to sculpt mode and move these back in a little, and from the bottom I'll try to like push it out so that there's some sort of gap over here, right? Select this one again, and like maybe move things here and there a little bit to like okay, way better. A little bit of more manipulations to fix things, right? Add a little bit of bump on this part maybe, instead of just keeping it completely flat. And save it. So let's start adding the bangs in the front first, and then we'll move back to the back hairs. Let's just press Ctrl Shift H and like strands from grid maybe. Okay, so I need to do one thing, that is like go to this mesh, A Shift N, so that they are aligned correctly. Okay, so I have to add like 2 layers maybe, because this is quite less, or like maybe add few more strands, maybe 20. Still result is quite weird. Okay, so I got the point. Let's correct it. Let's go to sculpt mode, just smooth things out a little. Actually, I'm doing the basics of this add-on, not like very pro shit, but still, even starting with this is quite a lot, because like not that easy stuff at all. I know some people might be better than what I'm doing, and I have no problems with that, but yes, it's like you start at some some point and you complete some stuff. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'll be not adding curves to this one. I'll be adding set radius instead, and even I'll increase the width. Okay, so I just want to, there's a number of users. Okay, so is there a way to like increase the width of a specific group, like instant on strands, clump, braids, assign, animation, lengthen, Mirror noise deform radius set resample simply modify resample angle roundness set roll stance scale. What is scale doing? Okay, scale is kind of not what I am looking for, but kind of a nice modifier, I guess. It looks pretty interesting, but I want to change the width of this specific system, maybe for the banks only, because otherwise they are like way too far from each other, which I am not liking at all. And scale has done that even more, so I'll reduce the effect radius. So this is without affecting the radius, maybe. Okay, what's the difference? Oh, nice. Some things I'm learning along with you, right? It's like doing some hidden trials, not like teaching you anything today. It's like even I am learning and practicing. I need to add some like a base scalp so that we don't see that our head clearly, and it will make a huge difference. I know, because like I saw a tutorial where the guy did that and it made a really huge difference. Anyway, let's work on this only, like I'd set radius for now. Roundness set, let's see what it does. Okay, and I'll hide both of them, or maybe keep this, decrease it to 1.2 maybe, because my eyebrows are going to be over here and I don't want to like screw them up. So this is what our character looks right now. Not bad, but yeah, we need to like, how can I do that is like a question. Okay, oh, I guess I'll be able to change. Yes, this is what I wanted. Increase the width now. Oh, and decrease the roundness. Too much of noise. I'll be like 0.06 maybe. Yes, much better. I might have to, duplicate it, or maybe like I can do one thing. I'll select this, go to edit mode, select this entire edge loop and press V to separate it along x-axis, and select this one and move it on x-axis as well. Okay, I'll turn off the symmetry and move it GG to move these to align better, so that there is a space in between. But as we have like hide this. Okay, Alt H. No, I'll not be doing Alt H, otherwise things can go wrong. I'll reduce the stand count maybe to 10. Okay, it didn't work. I guess they are in the same. Just go back to edit mode. I'll select one part of it and press X. Faces. So we have only half of it, and we'll reduce the width of it, or like, okay, let's reduce the width to something like this, 0.05 only, but I'll increase maybe if I add some other kind of circle. Can I reduce the width? Yes, this looks better than before at least. What is this gonna do? Okay, way better. Bow up. Don't want to fill caps right now. I want to just, okay, this will do 0.035. Let me just see. What if I increase the strand counts to like 20 maybe? It gives like a bush kind of thing that I am not like at all. They stop looking like hairs at this point. To UV region distribute, let's change the seed maybe, and like if we get a result from some other UV. What if I go to like material view instead of render view? It will take some time to render. Okay, much better to look because like it's not getting affected by sunlight. So what I'm gonna do is like go to sculpt mode, bring it closer to the forehead, to something like this, and from here as well to something like this. I might bring this part out a little, so that this feels like on the inner end, like, or maybe push this one in. That would be better idea, I guess, instead of what I'm doing now. Yes, sculpt mode. Yes, way better. I'll just go back to like 3 maybe for the seeds, or 2. 1 is like the best option, I guess. It's just like some things are hit and try. I cannot be like what is perfect, because like some things you might not like and some things I might like, so there'll be always differences, but we need to kind of move forward with stuff, because like otherwise we'll get stuck to some part and never be able to finish things off. I guess that's just too much. Yes, this is fine. And what if I just come out of sculpt mode to object mode and just simply add one mirror modifier? Mirror, yes. So there is too much of gap that we need to fix now. And we'll go back to sculpt mode, bring things closer to a certain degree, I guess. Let's look from the front side. Let's go back to like our render view, so you see the difference. Yeah, much better, quite interesting result so far. Let's go to the back now, or let's, before going to like backside, let's just add a set radius maybe. Yes, and we'll change the mask to like maybe 0.6. Way better. Actually, the thing is that I can kind of duplicate this one and like press on this. How to do it, I have no clue. I might have to like start from mesh element, start from I added one more. I guess both of them are using the same settings, or I hide one. Okay. So let me just name it P for parent and P over here. Do we get the result? I don't think so. There has been any change. Let me just subdivide this, or Am I doing anything wrong? Mm, I kind of don't think so, but so I'll check this. Or I'll check in the documentation after like an hour maybe, and like show you how I fixed it. I want like all of them so that we can have different settings to both of them, or maybe add a little bit of clumping instead. uh, Actually I need to put that like on the first one and name it back to tag. I'll add strands from grid mesh again. How to move it up? Is there any option to do that? Okay, this we can do. Name this P, and I'll be adding like reducing the number to like 6 maybe, and I'll be using a different profile curve, round profile for this one, but oh sorry, if I change it, it will change to like the entire stuff if I'm not wrong. If I change it over here, round, yes, it changes to all of them, which I don't want. Sorry, let's just check this for now, and I'll use this as parent, and do I have to add a curl on this one? No. I add a curl, clump. Okay, yes. See, something just worked. We can reduce the clumping. All I need to do is push out, push out, push out. Okay, that's not correct, I guess. Oh, mirror is like way up, so we need to bring the mirror down after push out so that it works correctly. So I can show the difference that uh, without clump child, with clump, basically we are using the first strand like this one that we created, which are like influencing the bottom ones. And I can do one thing, I can just also hide them. I don't actually need them, I just wanted them to be like sharp edges, crease, parent hook, first segment, parent tag, use rest pose. So I how to remove them is the question. I don't need these. Uh, Generate curve, fill caps, use random UV, no. I might have to find out about it, like how can I just remove this and just keep it uh, like we used to do, like show emitter kind of thing in like particle systems. So I might, it shouldn't be seen, it should just be there to support the second strands for their clump. So let me just check if it's available. Use random wave generate simplified or no. Okay, no issues. I'll check it and let you know how to do that as well. Random spacing, no. Placement mask, normalized strand count. It's more about reading stuff, I guess. The add-on has too many things to read and remember. That's all. Some things are like a bit crazy, but thanks, Summer. Let's go to the back hairs now, and I'll find out a way to like fix that as well and let you know how I did it, because there is a lot again telling you. Let's just press Control Shift H, strands from grid surface, and we'll change. I want profile 5, or okay, profile 5. I want profile 5. Oh, I'm doing it manually only. Okay, flat profile curve. Oh, profile curve. Which one is this one? Isn't this flat profile UV? Okay. Okay, I'm using the same. Width is okay. Roundness is not turned on, which I am turning it on now. Width, I'm reducing it to 0.05, and subdivision I'll increase to like 4 at least, and I'll increase the strand count to like 30 maybe, or 40 at least, so that there are hairs at the back. And let me just have some light over here at the back, or let's go to material preview so that we can see what we are doing at least. I'll select the mesh, sculpt mode, go towards the back side and let's start adding stuff. So I'll add like curls, reduce it all like we did before. Even amplitude we can reduce to 0.1 or 0.2 was fine. Let's add a noise. That's too much. 0.1, 0.2. Uniform amplitude is good. We can maybe add a set radius again. Reduce the mask to like 0.5 this time. Not too much, just there. Z to like rendered view. Check what's happening. We can add a push out generator, move out, push out. See, push out does a good change. Bring things better, I guess. We can add 2 layers at the back at least, definitely. Save it. Saving is very important at this stage because if we'll not save, we'll lose our data if Blender crashes, which is part of working in Blender. I guess I have faced a lot of crashes in life. In like last 4.5 years of working in Blender, I have faced a lot and lots of crashes. So let's take a render. I'll take like half an hour break maybe because too tired sitting. I'll have something. I'm like empty stomach right now and I can't talk more. So please do subscribe, share, comment, like. Let me just do a render to check what's happening. Something weird is here on the here. Maybe we need to work on that. Or let it denoise it. Okay. So we'll be working on these hairs which are like kind of weird, acting way weirder than they should be. Let me just check. There is no such hairs at all and not even in the viewport. But okay, I guess I got why they are acting weird because I some of them are getting influenced by the what you call uh, let me explain you. Some of the hairs are like getting manipulated by the ear and like they are going right through the ear and maybe that's why they are acting weird if I am correct, which we might have to like let me just hide this or like 1 second, let me just take out the hair collection like out of the character all, turn off character and let's just try to like 1 second. Okay, so I need to turn that off as well. 1 second. Yes, I guess now it will work fine. Yes, I understand what the issue is. It will be a bit tough to correct it, but yes, we have to correct it no matter what. Give me like half an hour to be back and like uh, completing this. Oh shit! Uh, is my mic off? Like in the audio, I was speaking for like 2 hours, and I guess let me just check my. Whatever you think, but I think. Okay, so my voice is. I don't know why I just saw that my audio input was like hidden, maybe. So, why? No, cancel. Oh, maybe I clicked on render animation instead of pressing F12. I did a control F12. I might have to check where I've saved these files, maybe in temporary folder. So my voice was there at least, which is kind of good. Give me like 30 minutes maybe. I'll sit again and complete it for sure, and we'll make the best of hairs, I guess. Output is nice, but we need some more layers, I guess, to make it more believable. And we'll finalize the hairs today. Maybe I'll do eyelashes and eyebrows as well, and we'll finish off all the character accessories and stuff, everything today itself. And anything else? Rigging I might do today or I might do it tomorrow. I don't know, but I'll try my best that I finish off this character now, because it's been like way too many days and it's like the project has got stuck. So let's try to finish everything. That's all. Thank you so much. Please, 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 like, subscribe, comment, anything left, and